The new season dawns, and the storylines are as sharp as ever. Evan McFarland cemented his legacy in 2025A, taking his 4th straight World Championship in yet another winner-take-all finale at Hell. But now the slate is clean, and the question remains, can anyone stop him? All eyes turn once again to Kieran Liftlander. After falling short in back-to-back-to-back title fights, he carries the scars and the experience of those near misses, plus the confidence of last season's Lights World Championship. Is this finally the season he breaks through at the highest level, or will McFarland continue to raise the benchmark, rewriting history as the standard bearer of NASA Rallycross? The answers begin today as we go green at the world's center of racing, live next on ASN. Our venue for today is the virtual Daytona International Speedway. At 0.86 miles in length, the course blends the infield road course with dirt, a jump, and tight transitions. The Joker lap here is shorter than the standard route, and you have to respect the commitment lines on entry and exit, otherwise you'll get a penalty. Precision is key. Clipping the lines incorrectly can ruin a strategy as well, and with its mix of technical sections, flowing tarmac, and the iconic Daytona backdrop, it always delivers chaotic and strategic NASA Rallycross action. In NASA Rallycross, our format is as follows. We are finishing open practice now, which leads us into a 3-lap single-car qualifying that splits the field equally into 5-lap heat races with the qualifying order inverted. The winner transfers to the feature automatically and receives 2 bonus points. This sets the rest of our drivers to the semifinals, also 5 laps. The top half of the race will transfer to the feature, and the top 3 are given 3, 2, and 1 bonus points respectively. This will set the grid for a 10-lap feature race where the points are awarded and the trophies are handed out. And unique to NASA Rallycross, across all the splits this season, 2 Jokers are taken all day. The 33rd season of the NASA Rallycross World Championship commences today live on the Automotive Sports Network. With Brian Sawyer in the production truck and also next to me in the commentary box, my name is Josh Mertz as we welcome you to the 12th running of the Daytona Grand Prix. The NASA Rallycross Challenge is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problems, our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. And thank you so much to Rob Hartland, for your continued support of NASA Sim Racing. Cameras all season on ASN, brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/WSimCams. And thank you, Andrew Cardinale IV, for your camera support. And finally, the intro music for the NASA World Feed, produced by Alex Abetti. Brian, I cannot read a script because I am this excited as we begin the 33rd season of the World Championship today. Evan McFarland going for 5 straight World Championships. How are you? And what are you thinking? What are you feeling as we get ready to go green here in Daytona?
I'm here. I'm excited. I'm ready to watch the full invert for these guys. Some of them have already experienced it in the lights. I know Evan and Kieran have, but a lot of these guys don't drive the lights. So really excited to see how they react to being put into the back or know everybody is fast and behind them. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to a great season. I'm thinking it might be Kieran's year.
I try and not make a prediction, and I do, and I'm wrong, or I'm wrong. I just super excited to see. We've got the 2 kids at the top of the grid. We've got some guys promoted from contenders. We've got some guys that are in contenders that chose to race in the World Championship. We've got so many storylines coming together. Before we head to qualifying, Brian, you want to take a look at some programming notes before we get rolling?
Yeah. Do that. Go ahead and read them because I got to do something real quick.
No worries. So, we have the World Championship today, but tomorrow we transition to week 2 at Charlotte for NASA Rallycross Futures and the NASA Rallycross Lights World Championship. Futures not broadcasted yet, but it might be on ASN Plus. That is at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And the Lights World Championship goes live on ASN Live at 9 p.m. Eastern. You'll have Brian and Josh Darnell for that. NASA Rallycross Contenders on Monday, also at Charlotte, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. You'll have Justin Robichaux, Brian Sawyer. The SimCar Grand Am Series at Zandvoort on the 25th on Thursday, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And then our next round for the NASA Rallycross World Championship will be in Charlotte on the 27th. I am not going to be there, Mr. Brian Sawyer, so that might be a solo show for you, as I'm going to a wedding 2 hours away. And okay. Chloe's standing up in it, so I have to go and look pretty. But I digress.
And I'm still working on what I'm working on, so I'm going to give you this one.
Give me this. What is this? Oh, it's the schedule for the NASA Rallycross World Championship. Charlotte's next week. We go to Sonoma with a week in between Charlotte and Sonoma because Brian Sawyer has an anniversary trip, and how dare he take vacations. So Sonoma, IRP, Iowa, Barcelona, Knock Hill, and Hell RX to end the 33rd NASA Rallycross World Championship. Down from 10 rounds to 8, we've got the Endurance Cup slotted in, I think, between seasons. So we should have a wintertime one. We'll have a summertime one. We've got the WRC series as well going to be kicking around. And if you like what you see today when you're watching us, nasasimracing.com to join us. We've got splits for everybody. It doesn't matter if you just signed up for iRacing or if you're like Kieran Lifflander and Evan McFarland and you get home from school or work and all you do is drive the car, Brian. Are you still working on something over there?
No, we are going to qualifying.
Zach Blanche fastest in practice at a 39.151. He was a 10th up on McFarland. And some news for Kieran Lifflander fans, some developments earlier on. He posted a box of a Fanatec pedal set in the chat. That was like an hour before the race. So he was setting them up. He just managed to get them set up. So here we are. Potentially some equipment issues that he'll have to work through for the defending Lights World Champion, or the reigning, I should say. His first car to begin a lap, it's Josh Darnell in the 029, Brian. One of the 2 Ford Fiestas in this field. We've got Josh Darnell and Chris Wetz in the Ford Fiesta, and everybody else running Subaru. Unless... Oh, Lunen's driving a Ford. But I did not catch that. So we've got more than 2 Fords.
Lunen might be his teammate. Go ahead and give it a shot. Nope. Nope. I think he's running solo again.
TWR Fiesta Siesta for Josh Darnell and Chris Lunen for Slapex. There's Josh Darnell off the final corner. He'll set the benchmark in the 029. And that lap, 39.780. Dubois, 40.9. Lunen will cross the line now at a 40.6. Kreutzer, 39.5. Robichaux at a 41.4. Zach Blanche, 39.5. Zach Goddard moved to TWRS, 39.9. Daryl Young will round the final corner now and end the first run in qualifying for him. 41.4. Chris Wetz begins his first lap. And always the bridesmaid, never the bride, dating back to July of 2012, Brian. Never closed a championship up. We've got Garth McDade ending his first lap in the 111. As he moves over to Kieran Lifflander Racing, and across the line for him, 45.3. Dubois ends his second lap, 40.9. Darnell, will he improve? No, he doesn't. He must have made a mistake, 47.3. Lunen, 40.3. So right now with the first runs, Blanche leads ahead of Kreutzer by 0.02, and we look at the world champion as McFarland way over the jump and through the dirt in car number 1.
That was a huge jump. He took that thing massively sideways.
Through the very bumpy transition of the asphalt and the concrete, out to the oval for the moment, and back into the infield road course for the kid from California, Evan McFarland. 4-time consecutive world champion, 5th all-time on the wins list, tied with Cody Erdman. Final corner.
Finish his first lap right here. Nope, he's going to start his first lap. This is Evan finishing his first.
McFarland crosses 38.8 for the world champion as he goes 0.6 faster than his teammate Blanche, who will respond in car number 2. Rounding the final corner, we look at Kieran Lifflander. We're very crossed up in the 20 as Blanche runs a 39.6. He does not improve. As Daryl Young's done with his run, Kieran Lifflander going to end his first lap. McFarland to the pit lane.
We're looking at a predicted 40.2 from Kieran. Yeah, he's going to take
very
the pit lane.
Deep.
They like to take the pit lane here for the second lap because you want to take max speed.
40.3 over the jump. Very rough landing in the 20.
Kieran's probably going to stay out for all three
over
laps.
The curb.
That might be a slowdown right there. That was a big clip over the white thing.
That was
but
huge.
He's still going, so.
He has a second and a half down on Evan McFarland in car number 1.
I think Evan's waiting to see if he needs to do anything.
Kieran's got 1 lap left after this. Just to update Chris Wett's 11th quick, Marcus Indrek Simmer will cross the line, 40.2. He does not improve his position. Lifflander across the line. The lap didn't count because of that track cut. He's got 1 lap left. He'll be buried in traffic. But then he gets the invert, so who knows what'll happen. And that is close, Brian. There's no way that's not a slowdown. And I think it was. That's it. Lifflander's done in qualifying. Blanche is done. Everybody's done. That's pole position. Well, seating win, I should say, for Evan McFarland in car number 1 after 1 qualifying lap.
Yeah, you're going real fast. Those 1Xs don't really count too much in a race. Whatever. But, qualifying. Big no. You know what's nice, Josh? The iRacing service added a thing. If you touch that Joker lap during qualify, it instantly defuses. We don't have to do anything with that.
Doesn't it do that in practice, too?
I think so.
So, I guess that's a lot of testing sessions for a Joker, then.
No, do it in practice. Should not do it in practice. Definitely does it in qualify, though.
So Evan's running his 3rd lap. Evan's running his 3rd lap to add insult to injury. This is pure mind games for the world champion against Kieran Lifflander, crossing the line, 39.0. So 0.2 down from his fastest lap. How yawed he is over the jump. That is incredible. I noticed that on Sunday when I was watching the lights race because he was participating in that. And the line that he takes, it's going to be an old man reference for hopefully Jake Krause, who's hanging out with us, reminds me of Negus back in the day on NR 2003. You could jump over the jump and land on the regular course and cut so much time out. McFarland has extended the racing line over the jump.
Yeah, I think he wants to hit it sideways like that to really just stop all the forward momentum of the car and just let the wheels push him in the direction he wants to go.
That's too far. That was too far, but this is all experimentation to figure out the line. You want to let these boys run out the clock, or... Well, I got 2 minutes. Up to you.
No.
We can go forward if we want.
Absolutely not. We can go ahead.
Inside baseball, we're going to reset track state and head to heat number 1 here in Daytona. And this is the first World Championship race that will have the inverted grid. I'm curious to see this one. Is our grid for heat number 1. Garth McDade, Daryl Young, Jake Robichaux, Josh Darnell, Evan McFarland. You'll notice the blue boxes are the drivers transferred up from the contenders split on Monday. Evan McFarland, reigning world champion with the gold plate. 5 cars, 5 laps, 2 jokers all day today here in Daytona. Heat number 1 of 2025B is green. Off the line, great jump from McFarland, but he's boxed in behind Robichaux, and that is Young in the 25. McDade making it 3 wide for the moment. McFarland through the middle, side by side with the 111 into turn number 1. Young leads McFarland, leads McDade, Darnell, and Robichaux over the jump. Crossed up, into the wall goes McDade. To the inside goes McFarland. On the outside now, and takes the lead, is the world champion.
That invert didn't seem to matter too much for him today. Done and dusted with that by the first half of the lap. Jake getting into the wall a little bit in the backfield there. Josh hanging on to the back of Daryl Young. Gonna get mixed up with that, Josh Darnell and Daryl Young.
Jokering is Josh Darnell in the 029, former Contender Series champion. He'll come out battling the world champion into turn 1. Side by, they don't touch! Wow! Already in heat number 1. Darnell across the jump. I don't know if that's going to be a penalty. Here comes Young.
It's not going to give Darnell a penalty. He hung on to the jump long enough, but man, he really tried to say, hey, Evan, you're going to take this weird line and you're not going to like it. I think Evan might have gotten a slowdown by hitting that curve, but it clears out pretty quick. That was an excellent move. If you have the opportunity to do it and you know you can race him like that, side by side through that little chicane in the beginning, great choice. He's going
it goes
for
one
it
of
again.
two ways.
Evan
it goes
takes
one of
his
two
first
ways.
Joker, though.
You either have a clean instance of racing like that, or it could be like you and I when we crashed there in lights a couple seasons ago.
Absolutely.
It could go one of two ways. What's interesting, though, Brian, is those guys, and I respect it because Cody Erdman and I used to race like that as teammates, very aggressively, but yet not touch each other. Just interesting to see that. I know the TWR boys don't have team orders, but
Daryl Young makes
it's Heat
a
1.
pass on Jake Robush. Jake went wide into the dirt section, lost a little bit of speed, got a little slidey, and Daryl took advantage. Up to P3.
Arlen leads.
Jake's done with his
here
Joker
in
strategy,
heat number
too.
1.
Young has not touched it yet. Young's only about 2.5 seconds off of Darnell also, so he could make something happen here. Takes it on the last
fastest lap. Faster than the world champion by 1/10 of a second the last time around. McDade in the 111. Having some issues in the back after the contact on lap 1.
So he's going to have to
shout out to everyone for... Go ahead, Brian.
This lap, he's going to have to take him this lap and this lap. So I want to get a high up view. Kind of see where he comes out compared to Evan. Evan's far and away. He might be able to get Josh on the next lap, though.
White flag for McFarland over the jump.
Not.
Massive commitment.
He's a little slow coming out of the exit. He's about a 1.9. It's about a 1.5 delta, so I don't think he's going to have it there.
He's matching Evan's pace. He's about a 10th off. That's wow
very nice.
From Daryl Young.
Great speed.
I remember in Barcelona in his first race in the Lights World Championship, he ended up flipping, drove backwards. I had to disqualify him, and to see him matching the world champion's pace, interesting. Final corner for Evan McFarland, beginning the championship defense in the best style, Brian, winning Heat 1. That's going to be pole position, as Darnell best of the rest, with Young, Robichaux, and McDade to the semifinal. What are we thinking about this second heat race? Once we cross the line,
I don't even know who's in it. Garth McDade got a black flag in that session. Not sure for what. Probably jokers. Probably didn't joker enough. Unclear. We'll find out later.
Checks out. Matthew Lindy, Chris Wett, Chris Lunan, Zach Goddard, and Zach Blanche for this second heat race. Just to remind everybody, Chris Wett's third all-time on the World Championship wins list with 20, but it has been since 2018 that the Texan has stood atop the NASA Rallycross podium. Jump start for Lindy in car number 3, and a jump start for Blanche. Both TWR Subi Squad cars jump the start. We're green. Lunan leads Wetz, leads Lindy into the first corner. Lindy rips the handbrake way out wide, through the inside rather, goes Goddard in the 29 and into turn 1.
Lindy,
Lunan loves this in the 86. Wetz off the road in the 071. He has to give up the spot. Lunan wide goes, Goddard goes through in the 29 as they're side by side through this rough transition into the hairpin. One of the trickiest corners to get right, especially when you're side by side. Here comes Lindy. He's racing like he doesn't have a penalty. It's interesting to see that.
Yeah, if something happens,
we got 3 cars.
It's only about a 10-second penalty. I mean, you can definitely make something happen if you're Lindy and you can just get away from these guys and let them have an accident. You might be able to recover some positions. I don't think you're going to be able to recover enough for first, but...
We've talked about so many times, though, in past NASA shows, this contact between Blanche and Lunan. You finish best of the rest in your heat race. That gives you the best grid spot for your semifinal, and you don't have an inverted grid for the semifinal, so you start up front. You know you have the pace. You can rip away from the field.
Yeah, that's 2 laps in a row where Luna went out wide, exiting the dirt. And there's 2 lines there. You can go out wide, you can touch the concrete, you can stay inside, you can hold onto the grass. But when you have a car next to you, you need to hold that grass. If you're the car on the outside, you're going to lose all the positions because the cars on the inside will have the inside for the hairpin and say bye-bye. Oh, Zach
Chris
Blanche
Witt's in the
almost
back, and
landing
more
on
contact
Lunan.
with Blanche and Lunan. Inside of Goddard goes Lindy, the satellite teammates for TWR. Lindy looked drivers right, looking drivers left. Over under in the hairpin, maybe. If you can get the bite on this asphalt of the oval. Goddard backing up the corner.
So
Fierce
Goddard's-
battling through the field. Blanche and Lunan in third.
Goddard's taking
Jokering's
both
Lindy.
of the jokers. If Lindy does the jokers right, he's going to be about 3 seconds up on Goddard. Blanche is another 2 seconds back. He might be able to make something happen.
Over the jump goes Blanche, way wide, bounces the car, but he made it work! You know, when I bounce and land the car like that, I end up crashing, so I just want to give kudos to Zach Blanche. It is... You bounce, and then you're like, oh crap, I'm ending up in the wall, instead of being confident of where the car's going. So, that's... I envy him there. What are we thinking, Brian? We're coming to the white flag.
I'm thinking
Lindy's going to joker on the last lap.
I'm thinking Goddard, Lunan, Wetz, Lindy, Blanche.
Wet's jokers. Will he come out in front of Lunan? They're going to be battling in the 071 and the 86 and put Wetz to fourth. Off the road goes Lindy in the 3 from the lead. And he was pushing hard to try and maintain that, or try and get the best gap ahead of his penalty. But now we've got Blanche, who did not joker on the 4th lap, Brian. He's going to have a penalty. So really, Zach Goddard minding his own business. Will Wett sneak into the picture here?
I don't know. If I'm Blanche and if you took out Goddard.
Blanche only jokered once.
I know, but
Blanche only jokered once. This is it. Yeah, he's going to cross the commitment lines. On the road, he wins, but he's thrown to the back.
Yeah,
Goddard
double
will
black
finish in
flags.
second.
Somebody's got to tell that
Wetz
boy.
will finish second or third. We'll see when it updates. We take a look at the results fairly quickly. Nope, they're
Nope,
gone.
we don't get a chance. They went goodbye.
Heat 3, Dubois, Lifflander, Simmer, and Kreutzer. Real quick for heat number 2, it was Goddard, Wetz, Lunan, Blanche, Lindy. Those results, I should say. Heat number 3, 4 cars, 5 laps, another set of jokers. And Kieran Lifflander, unintentionally, I guess, pole position after that poor qualifying run. Green flag. Good jump over Simmer and Dubois down to the first corner. Simmer looking to the inside, can't make it stick. And Kieran Lifflander, the winner of the NASA Rallycross Invitational at the Sim Gaming Expo, trying to ride that momentum.
Ooh,
From
who's-
that
is
event.
Dubois. Yeah, Dubois is pulling the McFarlane line, going super sideways, but he looked like he was getting some rotation there where he was going to flip the car. I haven't had to use the flip counter yet this season.
I was waiting for it. Those other shows that I was watching.
It's still
and it
going to
didn't
be
pop up.
It's still going to be handwritten.
As it should be. There's no other way to do it. So, jokering on the first lap. Looks like exiting is Klaus Kreutzer in the 77.
Low speed compared to Marcus.
As Lifflander over the jump and the challenger to the World Championship in Heat 3 around off the jump.
All 3 passes.
I'll take a look off monitor to see. He bounced it bad. He was trying to pull the Evan line, and around he went.
I got to replay.
The sending that these kids are doing over the jump is astounding.
He sent it just a little too much rotation there.
And it's crazy to see, and this sounds like a dig at first as Simmer jokers. It's the same content for 7 to 8 years, right? You would think, oh man, that's kind of boring. But to watch these kids figure out new lines and new ways to be faster reminds me, again, old man tangent, of back in the day when we'd exploit all the track limits and everything like that to increase the lap times as best as we could. And Simmer now leads Kreutzer's Dubois around in the back of the shot in the 000. And Lifflander in third.
I think Dubois'
Now, Brian,
car is
if I'm
done.
these two,
Yeah, Dubois' car is done. It looks like he's dragging the rear end.
if I'm these two battling for the lead, you don't want to get too crossed up. Kreutzer jokers, because Lifflander will probably take the lead, but he is still struggling with those new pedals in the 20. There's a lot of wheel spin in the 20, and that is very not his style for the South Carolinian. You don't want to drive with all that wheel spin because obviously wheels spinning, not adhering to the ground, not giving you good bite off the corner. Very off for him.
I think Simmer's going to take this race. He's got one joker remaining, and he's glued to Kreutzer.
Just a matter of when he jokers. As Lifflander has to take both of his jokers. As Simmer's going to follow Kreutzer, jokering as Lifflander. Deep on the brakes. Nearly off the road, and the joker was the 20 as Kreutzer leads on the white flag lap.
I think Kieran's,
Over the jump again.
Kieran's going to make it happen. Kieran's
As Kreutzer and Simmer on the outside takes the spot as they're still beating and banging through the dirt, through the concrete transition onto the oval for the moment. Lifflander loves this. He still has a joker, Brian, and Simmer now on the outside looking in. We've got a 3-car battle, and Lifflander takes the spot. He might end up winning this heat race after crashing over the jump. Simmer's got one last chance. Will he send it? No, he doesn't take his second joker, and that'll give Lifflander the heat race win. This rule change is throwing everybody off.
Even if Simmer did take his second joker, why would you try and make the move on Klaus? You know you're technically in front of him. You still have another... Well, if you don't know the joker, okay. He's tried to do it on track, I guess, because he didn't think he had a second joker. But, man. Yeah, I bet you if he knew he didn't have a second joker, he wouldn't have tried that. Because that just slowed both cars up and allowed Kieran to make it in.
Darnell, Kreutzer, Lunin, Robichaux, and Dubois for semi-final A here in Daytona. And if I'm looking at this correct, the top 3 will transfer to the feature race. I have to take my team owner hat off for a second and join you in questioning Simmer's logic. And put the team owner hat back on and be upset. Green flag.
Makes sense if he thought there was one joker.
Down to turn 1. Lunin, Kreutzer, Darnell. Darnell to the inside, and a Fiesta sandwich is Kreutzer rounding the corner. Darnell to the lead.
Darnell just took off like a rocket ship. He's out of there.
As Robichaux files in behind Kreutzer and Dubois in the 000. Over the jump. Way wide as Darnell rips the handbrake to save it. Into the wall. Comes out onto track. That should be potentially a penalty for the 029 for a slowdown.
I don't see
a black flag, though.
He's going to have a slowdown, but slowdowns are very easy to clear here.
Contact between the teammates in the back with Robichaux and Lunin. As Darnell leads us. Still no sign of a slowdown with Josh Darnell. He jokers.
No, he does not have one. He might have had one, but you can clear it in the same dirt section. They're basically nothing here anymore.
Over the jump for the second time.
Side by side. They're going to catch up to Eric
Dubois off the road. Dubois gets passed by Robichaux. Robichaux sideways. Here comes Lunin. They're battling for third.
God.
2-for-1 special for Lunin.
Well, this is the last transfer spot.
This is for the I was just going to say that. This is for the transfer. I cannot get my words together with what we're watching. This is awesome.
Holy
okay.
God. Chris Lunin throws it wide, rips the handbrake. I thought he was trying for like a rocket ship line on the straight here. It didn't work out for him. And they all take the same joker. They won the battle. They won the battle the whole time.
This is fantastic.
So Darnell and Kreutzer are definitely loving this. Darnell resets fastest lap.
Over the jump, Kreutzer slid off the jump, had a nasty exit, so he might get sucked into this vortex. Dubois has both of his jokers done. Lunin's got one left. Robichaux has one left. Lunin on the outside, now inside of Dubois in the hairpin, and he cannot get through the corner that way, and that battle has fizzled out.
Yeah, he had room, too. He had room to make it. I think Jake's going to make this one.
2 to go. Darnell leads Kreutzer, Robichaux, Dubois, and Lunin got caught up with Lunin and the Joker, so apologies on that. So Lunin in the 5th position. Tell you what, I'm going to shut up for about a lap. We haven't been on board yet. Let's enjoy a lap here in Daytona. Back out onto the oval for the final time in semifinal A. Josh Darnell, Contender Series champion from a couple seasons ago. Klaus Kreutzer, also a champion in Futures last season. Jokering is the 029. Rounding the final corner, he will win semifinal A. Transferring as Klaus Kreutzer, and Jake Robichaux is going to survive the melee that we witnessed to be the final car to transfer out of this semifinal. As best of the rest is Lunin and Dubois.
Is Lunin from Antarctica?
He put an Antarctica flag on, yes. As our second semifinal of the afternoon, Chris Wetz, Daryl Young, Marcus Indrek Simmer, Zach Blanche, Garth McDade, and Matthew Lindy. Hopefully we don't get a Josh Mertz special. My cats are attacking me right now. Got both of them right here. Hopefully they don't try and... Well, if I close it, they'll scratch the walls. Semi-final B in Daytona.
Yeah, they gotta remember. Flag. They're definitely gonna remember.
Simmer, great start. What a start for Blanche in the 2. Smoked Wetz off the line down to the first corner. Young on the outside of Simmer. They hit. Off and wide goes Young. 4 wide in the back with Wetz with McDade and Lindy into the chicane for the first time. Simmer leads Blanche, leads Lindy, McDade, Young, and Wetz. Over the jump. No issues so far. And into the dirt proper now.
I think
interesting to see, Brian.
They're all going to know I have 2 jokers to take now.
I was just going to say, it's interesting to see that this format change was mentioned in the driver's meeting, of course. But when you're in the race car, you sometimes don't pay attention. I'm looking off monitor. Chris Wetz has had an issue in the 071. The 2 jokers have caught up a lot of people this week with the format change in the World Championships, for sure. At the end of the first lap, Simmer leads. Simmer leads for JC Simsport. Zach Blanche for TWR Subi Squad. Matthew Lindy, TWR Subi Squad. Young, McDade, and Wetz. Top 3 transfer out of this race. Blanche looks drivers left for the moment. Into the hairpin. A little bit of a handbrake pull for Simmer there, Brian.
Yeah, Blanche is running a better line than Simmer right now. But Simmer is in front. So Blanche has got to make it happen on the track or take a joker, get out of the way.
Lindy jokers in the 3. Young jokers in the 25. Very wide in the joker, so he won't have an issue or have a factor in this. But now Lindy is leading on the road. With Simmer yet to joker. Simmer over the jump. Got crossed up. Behind Lindy. Pushes wide. Blanche to second.
I'm Blanche. I got a joker. You got other cars coming into this mix now. He just set the fastest lap. I think he's the fastest car on track right now. You want to go
through the back straightaway to the horseshoe, and just Simmer jokers coming to 2 to go. Will he come out in front of Lindy? Exiting as the Estonian, battling the kid from California. Simmer to the lead. Blanche was 4/10 up on Lindy that last time around. It's going to be a battle between the teammates, but the top 3 transfer. But if you guys twabble, here comes Daryl Young, done with both jokers though in the 25.
Yeah, Daryl Young, unfortunately, that hit at the beginning of the race. That kind of sealed the deal for getting stuck in the backfield. Rallycross, the starts are some of the most important parts, and if you're on 2 wheels not getting all the traction you want, cars are going by you. It's gonna be a task to get all your spots
Jokering is
back.
Lindy. Jokering is Blanche. Blanche is going to get his first Joker out of the way as we take the white flag. So he comes out in front of Simmer. Simmer's got one Joker. Lindy's done. So Simmer's going to have to make something on track. Lindy goes wide. Here comes Simmer in the 4. Side by side between the teammates. Into the dirt. Simmer got hung up on the 3 of Lindy. And here comes Young. Again, though, Young has got both Jokers done. So I would factor him really out of it. Unless he sends it into the hairpin, into the tires he goes. Easy mistake to make.
I think Simmer's gonna pip Lindy here. I think it's gonna be Blanche, Simmer, Lindy.
Final corner. Jokering is Blanche. He will win semifinal B. Second is Simmer. Transferring is Lindy. As best of the rest will be Daryl Young, Garth McDade, and Chris Wetz. As our field is set for the feature race here in Daytona. As while we give these guys a couple minutes to warm up, we're going to step aside, and we will be back shortly from Daytona.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous with your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to nordvpn.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds it.
Side between these two in turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap, clog at the inside line. McFarlane contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. In the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up heading to the inside. Magnus gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Robbie's going to hold his spot. We welcome you back to round 287 of the championship overall and round one of the 33rd season of the NASA Rallycross World Championship here in Daytona. With Brian Sawyer in the production truck and also next to me in the commentary box, my name is Josh Mertz, live on the Automotive Sports Network. The NASA Rallycross Challenge is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problems, our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. Thank you so much to Rob Hartland for your support of NASA Sim Racing. Sad to say, unfortunately, it will be ending at the end of 2025. The 3 years that you have had with us have been incredible, my friend. So, Brian, Whiplash Sim Cams, doing some great stuff. I didn't have that in my read, so thank you for pulling that. Shout out Andrew Cardinale IV and Facebook.com/WSimCams for any and all ASN coverage, even when we were at the Sim Gaming Expo, doing wonderful work. And the intro music for the NASA World feed produced by Alex Abetti. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network on Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Ring the bell to be notified of our live streams. ASNTVUSA.com if you'd like your content broadcasted, or if you'd like to join the team. And if you'd like to race in NASA, NASASimRacing.com. Brian, who is joining Marwan Moftah, Jeff Appelgren, Philip Kraus, Magnus Okenhaug, Sindre Silva, Connor Parisi, Matt Hartley, Francois Martel, Alex Abetti, Evan McFarlane, and Kieran Lifflander as a winner. Is there going to be someone new, or is it going to be one of the kids?
Let me make my prediction when this grid pops up, because I have no clue. I have no clue what order we're actually in.
As we get ready to grid here in Daytona, Evan McFarlane. Four-time consecutive defending world champion Zach Goddard, Kieran Lifflander, Josh Darnell, Zach Blanche, Klaus Kreutzer, Marcus Indrek, Simmer, Jake Robichaux, Matthew Lindy. So many championships represented. McFarlane's got 4 world championships. Goddard's got a Futures title. Lifflander a Lights World Championship. Darnell and Lindy contenders champions. Klaus a Futures champion. Simmer a World Rally Challenge champion. So many storylines are about to unfold as we begin to commence the 33rd NASA Rallycross World Championship.
I'm giving it
10
Josh
laps,
Darnell.
9 cars, old. 10 laps, 2 jokers, 9 cars. The mind games begin with the world champion as he waits to join the grid. NASASimRacing.com if you want to join the action. ASNTVUSA.com if you'd like your content broadcasted. Thanks for joining us on ASN. Put your hard hats, your safety glasses, your gloves, your sleeves. We might have missed the world champion. He might not be here as we go green in Daytona. And Kieran Lifflander has an open goal for him to start the season. Down to turn 1. Goddard second. Blanche and Simmer alongside Kreutzer with Lindy as well. Robichaux and Darnell is turned in the back of the field.
Evans
and McFarlane now.
Kieran got a black flag.
1 car off.
I think Kieran got a jump start.
Goddard, Lifflander. Did Lifflander get a jump start? We'll just have to wait for it to unfold. Side by side, we've got Simmer, Goddard, and Kreutzer under a blanket. Now McFarlane, dare I say it, that might have been the strat of the year. Missed the start, missed the chaos. Who knows what'll happen?
Josh Darnell out. What happened to him?
Josh Darnell had some issues off the start. I can roll back and take a look off monitor to the 029. Oh, he made contact with Robichaux. Robichaux turned in like he wasn't there, but it also looked like Darnell locked up.
Oh, unfortunate.
Okay. So, inside baseball with iRacing's new UI, I have no clue seeing if he's got a black flag, but ATVO says he has a black flag. So this could be huge. We might see a first-time winner if Blanche can hang with Kieran Lifflander. What can you see, Brian, if you can find anything?
He does have a black flag. You hit results, then you hit entries, and it will show all the way on the right side. He's got a black flag. Probably has a warning.
Okay.
I don't know what a warning is, but...
The end of the second lap. Lifflander leads. Blanche second. Kreutzer to third after the Joker. Simmer battling with Kreutzer. They nearly come together. Lindy, Robichaux, Goddard, and McFarlane. McFarlane in the back of the field, minding his own business. Simmer had some issues over the jump. Inside goes Lindy on Simmer. Cars 3 and car 4. I'm curious to see how far Kieran can get ahead of Blanche, or if Blanche knows that he's in the catbird seat to win his first race. I did not expect the drama we are seeing today, Brian. I thought it was just going to be a normal brawl between the two kids. Evan missed the start. Kieran had that penalty.
Yeah, well, Kieran definitely got the penalty. He went off so fast. If we get a second, I might be able to take a look back and see, like, what his start was like.
If you want to, I can take a look and monitor the race. It's all you. McFarlane fastest lap.
Let me go ahead and see if I can
Around is Goddard in the 29 from the 7th position. And the man from West Virginia out on his debut for TWR.
All right, let's go see if I can find it real quick.
He's not missing anything
We're gonna roll
right
that
now.
Right to the start. We're going to switch
You
cameras.
can take that replay.
And let's see. We're going to do it in slow-mo.
But the way he launched, it was marginal.
Yeah,
And marginal to the wrong side. Goodbye.
He had about a full car length there before the rest of the car started moving.
As Klaus over the sleeping policeman battling with Robichaux, can we take a look? They are crashing into each other in front of the world champion. And this is not what Evan needs. Evan is stuck in traffic, trying to find a way around. He is yet to Joker. If I'm Evan, why? Why are you stuck now in traffic? 4 seconds from Lifflander to Blanche. Lifflander still has the penalty. We take halfway here at Daytona. Blanche might have gotten a commitment line penalty. Marcus Indrex Simmer in third. No penalty for Blanche. That was marginal, though.
Oh,
Lindy all crossed up in the 3.
Lindy forgetting to turn. Hey, he's going to have a slow down. That's going to open the door for Klaus maybe a little bit. Evan McFarlane falls behind Jake, who's... Oh, Jake's making a pass on Evan.
Robichaux, who won his first race in NASA competition last season in Contenders.
Oh, and he hits
tried
the
to
wall.
fight the world champion. Hit the wall. All right. Kieran Lifflander leads.
He's got about a 5-second lead. He's going to need more than that. He's only got one Joker
It's 10 seconds, isn't it?
10 to 14, and that was a big jump.
Blanche currently sits in the second spot. Robichaux and Lifflander still dueling. Evan McFarlane, I should say. And McFarlane, I don't understand the world champion's logic. He is not jokered, stuck in traffic in the 1. This is not helping him at all. What can you do?
Yeah,
Free to go for Lifflander.
I don't understand it either. There he goes. No. He stays out. He got past Jake. Jake finally let him go.
Because the delta is only a couple seconds at best. And he's 15 off the race lead. So he won't even come close to Lifflander.
And he's got all these bonus points. So he's got the 10 bonus points from the heat and the qualifying.
You know, though, he started out the season last season at Charlotte with that crash in turn 1. And I think it's just on brand for Evan McFarlane to have a terrible opening round and then get in the groove, and maximize it. 2 to go for Lifflander.
I think, though, we're going to have an interesting podium. I think that we're going to have a Blanche
Lindy exits. Contact with Simmer in turn 1. As both of them are done with their jokers, Blanche has yet to joker. These guys are dueling for the final spot on the rostrum with Simmer and Lindy. And Simmer
Robichaux
bowled
out
his
of the
way
race.
through, and we've lost Jake Robichaux in the 69 as he crashed in turn 1. Race of attrition. McFarlane now trying to get past Kreutzer in the hairpin as Lifflander takes the white flag.
I mean, it's the first race. I mean, normally in a season, those other TWRS boys are letting Evan by, getting the positions back. But, I mean, it's anybody's game this season. It's the first race. Evan, you don't have a points lead. Let me go.
As Lifflander leads on the road. Still has the penalty. I think unofficially this will put Zach Blanche in the catbird seat to win, but we're not going to call anything officially yet. Lindy 3rd, Simmer 4th, McFarlane up to 5th. Through the chicane on the back straightaway. On the road, it will be a 15th career win for Kieran Lifflander, but this is unofficial. He's got a penalty somewhere, somehow. Lifflander crosses the line. Zach Blanche will joker in the 2. He's 5 seconds down. Will this be a debut win, or rather first win?
That's going to be for sure a debut win.
As Lindy jokers, Kreutzer 4th. Something happened to Simmer. Lindy in 3rd. Kreutzer 4th. Simmer in 5th.
I think we're still going to get
6th will be McFarlane. And I think this will be a 46th different winner in the history of the championship. McFarlane 5th, Simmer in 6th. I wonder what happened to the Estonian. When this updates, Zach Blanche is the 46th driver to win a World Championship Grand Prix, defeating Kieran Lifflander with that jump start penalty. Lindy on the podium. It's a 1-3 for the TWR Subi squad. Kreutzer, McFarlane, top 5. Simmer, Robichaux, Goddard and Darnell, the remaining results.
I think Kieran snuck away with one there because he only got an 8-second jump penalty. That's light in terms of jump penalties, it seems like. Unless, what happened to the backfield right there at the end? Simmer, something happened with Simmer. You want to go take a look at that?
I am filling out a spreadsheet, so if you want to go ahead and do that, you can. That's totally fine.
Let's go ahead and see what happened there. This is the last lap here. Oh. Well, that's a fun one. Let's get a different angle of that. See if I can find one. There we go. So that is Simmer, and is that Evan? Yeah, that's Evan and Simmer. They get a little side by side. Ooh. Evan gets spun around twice into the wall. Simmer is back there. They both having issues. From bad to worse for Evan. I think Evan might have been able to pull out a podium there. Anywho.
That will be the 46th different driver in the history of the World Championship to win a race, Mr. Brian Sawyer. Hopefully you can still hear me. My iRacing has froze my computer, so that's fun stuff.
We can hear you.
Terrific.
All right.
So,
let's see who we got.
Let's see who we've got. See who we can find.
I got Lindy. I got Blanche. So we're gonna pull
Let's
Lindy
do
first. Give me one moment here.
Whenever you're ready, Brian, you let me know. And we've got Matthew Lindy in the commentary box with us. Matt, it's Josh and Brian. You got us?
Yes, I do.
All right, my friend. I thought I was going to have a question for you, but the only thing I can ask is walk me through or talk me through the chaos of tonight, or today rather, because it was all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really. It's bittersweet. I'm mad that I don't know. I just couldn't lay down a lap in qualifying and the heat. I don't know. I did my normal start procedure, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh crap, I'm rolling forward. But yeah, no, it was definitely a pretty bad start to the day. But I just had to keep my chin up and just not let what happened get to me, because I still have a chance in those LCQs or the semi-features, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, no, it was definitely an eventful day. Definitely put myself in a really bad spot in that heat race, especially. But I just had to make sure I kept my nose clean in that LCQ. It was top 3, so I was like, as long as I don't wreck, or I don't care what contact I make, as long as I'm still going forward. So Yeah, no, the LCQ was fun. The feature was fun. Trying to work my way through traffic, just trying to play the jokers right, and just keeping your nose clean. I definitely was being a lot more aggressive on how I would take the jump and attack the jump than I was in that LCQ. So yeah, I was definitely trying to drive my heart out there in that feature and just make up the points that I need to hopefully lock up P3 in the championship because I know well I'm not getting first or second when Kieran and Evan are still in our lifetime.
Well, I'm actually going to ask you a question regarding that because your teammate did not grid. Do you know what happened as to why he missed the start?
I honestly have no clue. I'm waiting there and I'm waiting for him to grid because I wanted to be the last one just in case if anyone needed anything. And I'm like waiting there and I'm like, Evan, you there? And it's just radio silence. And then next thing I know, it's 2 seconds. Like, dude, I got a grid. And then next thing I know, he's just not there, which was, really unfortunate. But Evan got all of our stuff dialed here, as you could see. I mean, Zach, Zach, and all the TWS guys, we were on rails there. All thanks to Evan. It was definitely real tough with me and Zach working our way through the field there.
You kind of started my last question, but I'm sure you know it. Who'd you like to thank for the podium today?
Yeah, I'd like to give all glory to God. Without him, I wouldn't be at the spot where I would be, being able to be blessed to do this and IRL racing as I got my first ever dirt win a couple of weeks ago, and we're supposed to be heading out there in about a couple minutes. So I should have been probably talking a little bit less here, but yeah, I'd like to thank Evan and all the TWS guys, James and Eric. I'd like to thank all the KAS guys with Mario. I'd like to thank everyone who tuned into this stream and watched a really good race. There were some good battles, especially in those LCQs. And yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for putting on another great season here that I'm ready to hopefully get third in. That's the goal.
Much appreciated, my friend. Good run today. Good luck tonight, and we will see you next week at Charlotte.
Thank you guys. See you next week.
We will bring in second place man, first on the road, Mr. Kieran Lifflander. I got a couple questions for you. Talk me through your incident in qualifying and also segue into what happened on the start of the feature, my friend. Floor's yours.
Yeah, obviously, y'all know I had no practice. I just took a set that I thought would be pretty quick, and it was, but I just didn't have enough practice, so I couldn't put the time that I wanted down. I went and got new pedals and picked them up pretty cheap, actually, and then set them up last second, and as soon as qualifying started, I did I don't know, I had done 5 laps or so. Went into qualifying, and it was just, it felt like I was levitating. It didn't feel like the car was planted at all, so it was really weird to drive, and I had fixed my force feedback because coming back from Chicago, I had the sim gaming convention. I've been trying to adjust slowly to the softer force feedback because I'm not used to it, and in rally cars you don't really have that crazy force feedback. So yeah, I was trying to meet it in the middle, and yeah, flunked qualifying. So fast forward to the heat. Yeah, I was confident that I was going to be able to win, but not in the way that I did. Came off the jump, and it was carnage in every heat, every different different stage, like the C main, B main, or the B main and A main, and the heats. It was crazy. There was wrecks all over the place. So I was just, let's maintain a car. Let's just maintain your car and come home with no scratches. And that's not at all what I did. So nosed into the wall and then was able to rejoin safely behind everybody and then just made my way up. And I need maximum points if I want to be able to work with anything in the championship. Given this is round 1, you have drop weeks or whatever. But regardless, if you already know you're going to be using a drop week later on in the season, it's best to get as maximum points as possible. So the move that I made, I nudged Klaus a bit, didn't want to wreck anybody or give anybody damage, and I knew since Klaus had taken both of his jokers already and Marcus didn't, I had to make a move right then and there. So dove to the inside and gave Marcus a little nudge and then took the joker, and then Marcus forgot to take his joker. So it all worked out in my favor at the end. But yeah, warm up was okay. Changed setups and felt amazing. In the feature, I felt amazing. Just pushed really hard, and Zach has gotten faster, so it was it was mirroring actually round 1 in Charlotte last season, except, I didn't jump the start in Charlotte. But I would have been able to beat Zach in the end, and I'm glad I know that I had the speed to do so. Just, I tried to time the start. That's all it was. And, it ended up costing me the win. So, yeah, can't wait to see how the points play out. I'm sure I'm going to be second or third. Won my heat and got some strong points in the feature, but got no points in qualifying. And then Evan had his troubles, finished 5th in the race, qualified first, won his heat, so he might be up there in first. And then Zach finished 4th in his heat, qualified 5th or whatever it was, and then he won the feature. So I think I'll be 3rd or 4th in points. I just hope I'm up there, and we'll move on next week to Charlotte. Wrong. I won't be here for Charlotte. So that'll be my drop week actually. So I'll be doing a extremely long race, IRL and go-karting, so I'll be taking that as my drop week, but every other race of the season it has to be maximized, pinpointed, and no mistakes. So again, with the little practice that I have, I'll only use that as my excuse. There's just because obviously I was able to get up to pace really quick in the feature and was able to run away with it. Just couldn't put enough fast times down to get away from Blanche, and resulted me finishing second.
As I was going to ask you what the thought was with Evan finishing 5th, but you took that out of my mouth. I do want to tell you that you are 10 points down in the championship, unofficially 4th. Who'd you like to thank for the result today?
I'd like to thank everybody at Team KLR, Garth and Daryl. They've been a big help coming on to the squad, and obviously Darren helping prep for tomorrow. It's been a whole week's worth up in Charlotte, and been at the track almost every day, and just trying to put fast times down and get some seat time. And I want him to be able to perform really good in the futures, and then be able to advance to the lights just like he did last week, and we can maintain a good championship lead in the team and drivers championship starting tomorrow night. MH, I like to thank my mom, who's not feeling very well at the moment, but I tried. This win would have been for her. Just fell short, unfortunately. And all my friends that have pushed me through. You guys for putting it on. My dad for supporting, and really proud again of Daryl and Garth for the effort that they put in. They were both in the same main, and they just unfortunately weren't able to advance. So some work needs to be done throughout the squad. Just get more seat time is the biggest thing. So we'll go forward throughout the season, and hopefully we'll be able to perform better, rack some more points up, and maybe I could stop Evan's streak. Hopefully at the end of the season, 9 weeks from now. Moving on to tomorrow, got to go back down to Charlotte and get the cars prepped up for tomorrow night.
All right, my friend. Even with the penalty, great run. And I would say see you next week, but good luck in your race next week. We will see you in 3 weeks then for the 3rd round of the season.
All righty. Thank you.
And the man of the hour, the 46th different winner in the 13 years of the NASA Rallycross World Championship, the newest first-time winner, the first-time winner, words are hard, since Robbie Kirtley back in 2024A in Crandon. And it's Zach Blanche. All right, my friend. No disrespect at all, I promise. I didn't expect this. And next thing we know, we have Kieran Lifflander with a jump start penalty. Who knows what the penalty is? You're running your own race, and you find yourself on the podium. Top step. Walk me through your race.
Yeah, I mean, that was a bit of a shocker. I mean, I watched him jump the start, but the Discord was going with Evan missing it, Darnell having some VR issues and dropping out. It just didn't click that was happening, so I was just putting laps in, just maintaining my distance to the guys behind. And I honestly, it wasn't until one of the boys said in the Discord, like, they just clicked, obviously saw results, and saw that I bumped up into P1, and then Discord went a bit wild, which is crazy. It's always good to see.
So, I'm so shocked with today with seeing with Evan missing the start and Kieran having the jump start. I mean, what's the thought process when you're driving along? Are you just not registered that, or not worried about that? Don't want to make any mistakes, because the race was crazy behind you.
Honestly, this track, I am not a fan of it. I qualified like P2, and I did not feel like I should have been a P2 car, but I thought I'd take it. I found out that it was reverse grid like 2 minutes before the race. I watched Matt Lindy jump the start, and I was like thinking, oh no, the poor dude, and then proceeded to also jump the start in the heat race. So we did drive from 5th to 1st to just be demoted back down to 4th, which was great. Had to head to the LCQ. The LCQ was kind of one of those ones where you're too scared to send the car, so you're trying to drive it easy. But I think I was lucky Matt was driving it easy as well, and we were just able to like just pull off a transfer spot together, so that was nice. And because only like 3 people transfer from the heats total, like that put me on a P4 start, so that was a really good position to be. And I think it was P5 start, but pretty much from there, I got into P2, and I'm very uncomfortable on this track. Sending that jump is not fun, and a lot of the turns are very uncomfortable. You know, you lock a brake once, a tiny bit, and you're cooking every corner after that. But, you know, I just thought I'll just put laps in. I'll take my P2. I can't watch Relative at the moment because I am one of the lucky ones that got the VR bug where the rendering of all the words in the black box are blurry. So I forgot to take a joker in the heat race because I didn't know how many laps I had left. It's good fun not being able to read your Relative, but you know, we just pumped out some laps and we were lucky enough to keep within that distance of that black flag. So that was really good.
Alrighty, my friend. What a surprise way to end round 1. Anyone you'd like to thank for the first victory today?
Huge thanks to the TWRS boys, as always. They're amazing. Evan, Matt for the practice, Josh as well. Eric for doing what Eric does, you know, throwing the paints around for me all the time and all that kind of stuff. So it's really good to have those boys around. Also, big thanks to Track Racer. They're doing a lot for the dirt road community these days. And also a huge thanks to all the guys over at OzRX. They're amazing. All the Aussie Rallycross guys that don't wake up at insane hours like me, but they're all there. We got a little Aussie community going, so that's always good to have.
What time is it over there?
It is currently 5:13 a.m, so I've been up since 3:30, and I will be going back to bed.
You are a madman, but I greatly appreciate it. All right, my friend.
I think I'll probably miss next week as well.
Okay.
So hopefully Evan gets a nice easy win and Matt can wrap out the podium. But hopefully it's a good week. Charlotte was one of my favourite tracks, so it's disappointing to miss it.
Bummer we won't see you next week, but we will see you in a couple weeks for round 3.
Sounds good. Thanks, boys.
Alrighty, Brian. You want to take a second look at the results?
Sure
We'll close this one up. Once I figure out where I'm headed. There we go. All right.
Oh my God,
Zach Blanche.
I got everything on the screen.
That's okay. You broke everything. My AC turned on, so it decided to sound like a helicopter taking off. So here we are. Zach Blanche, 46th different winner in the history of the World Championship. First time winner since Robbie Kirtley back in 2024A. As Lifflander, Lindy rounds out the podium. Kreutzer, McFarlane, Simmer, Robichaux, Goddard, and Darnell. The remaining results. And just a reminder of the drivers that did not transfer to the feature race. 10th was Chris Lunan. 11th was Daryl Young. 12th, Eric Dubois. 13th, Garth McDade. And 14th, Chris Wetz, last on this field. So, let's take a look and remind everyone of all of our partners that makes this possible on the Automotive Sports Network. Unless you want to take a look at points, you're the boss. What do you got for me? That answers that question. As just a reminder, Overwatch Specialty Service is the proud premier partner of the NASA Rallycross Challenge. The only thing more unique than your problems, our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. And thank you, Rob Hartland, for your support of NASA Sim Racing, ending in after 3 years at the end of this season. As cameras all season on ASN, no matter the series, no matter the track or car, brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/WSimCams. And thank you so much to Andrew Cardinale IV for your camera support. And finally, the intro music for the NASA World feed produced by our very own Alex Abetti. If you like what you saw today, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network on Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. According to Brian, we're on the dark web. Ring the bell to be notified of our live streams along with our short-form video content. If you'd like your content broadcasted by ASN, or if you'd like to join the team, you can contact us at asnTVUSA.com. Shout out Josh Darnell again for designing that website for us. And if you'd like to race in NASA, we have something for everyone in 2025. All the info is at nasasimracing.com. Brian, you want to take some programming notes here real quick?
No. I want to hit points quick.
Okay, you're the boss.
We got points after week one. Because it's not just the order everything finishes in anymore. Everybody gets those qualifying points. So it shakes things up a little bit. Zach Blanche still gets first with 35 points. Evan McFarland up to second despite finishing fifth, 29. Klaus Kreutzer, 27. Kieran Lifflander coming in second, coming in fourth overall with 25. Josh Darnell with 24 in fifth position. Zachary Goddard, Matthew Lindy, Marcus Indrek Simmer, Jake Robichaud, and Chris Lunan rounding out the top 10. Going over to...
No quali points.
Yeah.
Killing Kieran there.
Going over to the points for the teams. We got TWR Subi Squad 64 points, TWRS Control Z Racing 50, Kieran Lifflander Racing 38, Slapex Racing powered by TWRS 35, TWR Fiesta Siesta 24, JC Sim Sports 22. Is that TO Racing and Impact Sim Sports not showing up tonight? And the manufacturers, I bet you can guess, it's Subaru Ford 35, 24. No Beatles on the track today.
Yet. Francois, where are you? We need you to run one race in the Beetle.
He showed up for one race and then went full dark mode again. But we'll get the programming notes coming up this week. Tomorrow is going to be NASA Rallycross Futures. If you'd like to race, nasasimracing.com. Followed immediately by the NASA Rallycross Lights World Championship. That's going to be myself and Josh Darnell at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a good time. We're going to Charlotte for the whole week. On Monday evening, it's going to be Justin Robichaud and myself, also 9 p.m. Eastern for the NASA Rallycross Contender Series. Thursday night, we're SimCar at Zandvoort, 9:15 Eastern. And then next week, we're back here, same time, for Charlotte.
Are you excited to do that race all by yourself?
I'm fine with it, yeah. We'll be great.
We're going to take a breath as we are closing up this show. Like I had mentioned in the interview with Zach, it's not to disparage, of course, what we watched. But that's why we still do this, ladies and gentlemen. Because the 13 years of NASA Rallycross, you've got some shenanigans that'll always happen. And it doesn't matter the track, the car, it doesn't matter it's the same track for the last 7 years. You told me today, Brian, that Evan was going to miss the start, Kieran was going to jump the start, and Zach Blanche is going to win the race. You're crazy. I don't believe that. And we just saw plenty of action, even with the TWRS boys, the Slapex boys, beating and banging and argy-bargy, and a surprise first-time winner. What do you think?
Yeah, super exciting. Wasn't expecting that at all. Unfortunate for Josh Darnell, got confirmation that his headset just decided to freeze on the start. I was really thinking he was going to get that whole shot starting in fourth on that inside line, especially once Evan didn't grid and Kieran got the jump start. I looked up, I saw him in first. I didn't realize he had fallen out of the race. So that happened to my prediction. But yeah, other than that, I'm excited for the rest of the season. See where it goes.
As the checkered flag has fallen in the afternoon here in Daytona. On behalf of our entire production staff and producer Brian Sawyer, my name is Josh Mertz. Thank you for joining us for today's coverage of the NASA Rallycross World Championship, as we congratulate Zach Blanche as the 46th winner in the history over the last 13 years of the NASA Rallycross World Championship. Just a reminder, don't miss the second round of the NASA Rallycross Lights World Championship from Charlotte tomorrow. Until then, so long, everyone.